Hey, hey. So, one of the problems we come across a lot in data and in any kind of engineering role, I guess, is migrations. And for years and years, migrations have been the main pain point of quite a lot of teams where you're stuck in this legacy way and you want the shiny new thing, but the effort of getting there is so large that you end up not doing it. Your team can't commit the time because they're too busy trying to actually produce useful things to the business, but at the same time, they're being slowed down by these old legacy processes, lots of random little patches you have to do every time you do something, and all sorts of bits like that. But in this great age of AI, it really should be a lot easier to start going from tool A to tool B. And rather than just using AI to write code from scratch or build you something completely random, you could actually use it to just help the very painful, repetitive, tedious process of migrating from one tool to another. And if you think about it, AI is kind of perfect for this. It already knows all the context of the new platform that you're moving to that you probably haven't discovered yet, and the intricacies and all the experience that everyone online has straight out of the box. And we thought that too. So I'm going to walk you through how to use the Orchestra DAG converter, which is this tool in front of me. And what it does is take Airflow DAGs and use a whole bunch of context and skills in the background with AI to convert those into real orchestra pipelines. So the goal of this tool is to help you convert all of your Airflow DAGs into orchestra pipelines with as little effort as possible. And to help this, it has a fully guided way of walking you through the process. So let's just kind of follow it through and see what we get. So first of all, it's looking for an API key. This is so that it can access Claude or Anthropic and actually use some AI. So just post one in of your own. Then it wants my DAG files. So I can either browse for files, I can add a folder, I can drag and drop them. And in this case, I'm actually just going to give it one to try. If I give it this example DAG, then next up, it wants me to convert them all. And I have the option of either best of 5 or take the first. Now, I could use take the first to quickly just see rough idea of how good this is, tweak it a little bit, and then ask for best of 5. Or I can go straight for best of 5, where it's going to try up to 5 times to convert this and give you the best possible output based on a matching score. So once I've set my API key and added my DAGs, I can just click convert. And then we see a little progress bar come up at the top, and we just wait a second while that goes off and runs our skills, hits Claude, starts checking the validity of its kind of conversions, and decides whether or not that's good enough to give back to us. Then after a minute or two, we now have our converted DAG, which we can download if we want to. Or as you can see down the bottom here, it's been suggested that perhaps we go and try these out in Orchestra. So we could use the CLI or the MCP to upload them, import them via GitHub if we're managing it that way. But first of all, just make sure you have an Orchestra account. So let's see kind of what it's done. I click here. Now you can see at the top, I have a bunch of kind of warning looking messages, but actually these are just trying to help me fill in any gaps left from trying to convert the code for code. Some pieces of functionality exist in Orchestra that don't in Airflow and vice versa. And also some concepts just don't map one to one. So there will always be a tiny bit of kind of configuration after this, but at least this way, you know exactly which bits are missing and you need to go and do, which you could always do with AI. So none of these have come up as red. So it's decided that they're at least fairly decent. And you can see some of the things are like, you know, it didn't quite have the right setting on a LinkedIn and Twitter ad suggestion, like fine. But if we take a quick look, you can see that we had this large Airflow DAG and it's been converted into some very nice looking Orchestra YAML, which is valid. So we could upload that to Orchestra and actually try it out and then start the process of comparing the output of these two. And we could also do that in Orchestra, which I'll do next. But for now, if I had these, the next thing I could do is actually just download them, go and try them out, see how I get on. And it was as easy as that. You can upload as many tags as you like and just keep trying it with your API key. If you're not satisfied with the results, which this one's been scored 88%, you could just give it another go. It will try again, give it another 5 goes, or let us know what you think, send us some feedback, and we'll help you improve it.